Today we'll talk about the result of considering the possible flood damage in the rivers of Hyogo and Osaka and their differences. Regarding the Yodo River and Muko River, which flows through Osaka and Hyogo respectively, it is important to consider the characteristics of the rivers and differences in possible flood damage in order to carry out appropriate risk management according to each land. We'll talk about the Muko River and Yodo River in this order.
First of all, I will explain about the Muko River. The Muko River has long been called the Rampage River because it has often been flooded and caused a lot of damage. So let's take a look at the danger of the Muko River while explaining past flood damage. Next, danger of Muko River during heavy rains. The assumed flood area of the Muko River is prospering. Imagine what happens if the river overflows and water floods a city. Severe damage is expected when the embankment is broken down and flooding. Furthermore, since the Muko River has a small basin area and mountains are connected nearby, so large amount of water and earth and sand accumulated in the Muko River. For this reason, the risk of flooding is so higher than other rivers. Therefore, we need to take measures to prevent major damage. 1983 September 27. Typhoon number 10 caused flooding. This flood caused damage to 67 houses flooded on the floor in Takarazuka City and 87 houses in Nishinoya City. As you can see from this photo, the amount of water in the river has increased and a lot of damage has occurred. Taking this opportunity, the construction of the dam was planned, but it was cancelled. The reason is that the dam construction has a great impact on the natural environment. 2004 on October 13, typhoon number 23 caused flooding and causing heavy damage to the road along the river. This flood was affected not only by the typhoon, but also by the front. Precipitation was the highest in the history of observation, and causing unpredictable damage. Therefore, taking this opportunity, various flood damage countermeasures were taken, and now there is no noticeable flood damage. Based on this, I explain effects of countermeasures. Muko River has taken many measures since floods occurred frequently in the past. However, we must not forget to consider the environment as well as flood damage. Since the Muko River is located in a mountainous area with abundant natural environment, so we need to be careful when constructing dams. Torrential rains in western Japan in 2018 succeeded in minimizing damage. No significant catastrophe occurred flooding since 2004.
Next, I will explain the flood damage of the Yodo River, which is a representative river of Osaka. In the area around the Yodo River, we believe that inundation damage caused by flooding due to rising water levels is more likely to occur than flood damage caused by an embankment breach. This is because I think the risk of embankment breakage in the Yodo River is lower than that in the Muko River. The reason why the risk of embankment collapse is low is that the safety around the embankment has improved due to repairs based on past disasters. Until the Meiji era, the Yodo River meandered greatly, and when the water level increased, the riverbanks were scraped by the power of the water, and the embankments broke, and in 1885 the blue area in the Fiya was flooded, and more than 15,000 homes were destroyed. Due to these damages, Yodo River underwent a major change in flow path from 1896 to 1910 by changing from a large meandering narrow channel to a wide, straight channel, the risk of riverbanks being scrapped or embankments breaking during floods has been greatly reduced. In addition, by adjusting the flow rate by installing a dam upstream, floods are prevented without raising the height of the embankment too much, and it can be said that the risk of embankment collapse at the time of flooding is reduced compared to the Muko River, which is a saline river. The reason why the Yodo River has a lower risk of embankment breakage than the Muko rivers is that the Yodo River is a long and flat river, so there is less concern that the river bank will be scrapped by sediment from the upstream. In addition, the flow control by the dam moderates the rise in water levels and prevents the river from becoming a saline river by raising the embankment. However, this does not mean that the Yodo River is not supposed to be flooded. If unprecedented heavy rain occurs and the water level rises, there is a risk that the Yodo River will overflow, and if it floods, the damage will be widespread. Recently, a new transportation network has been created as shown in the photo, and it is necessary to reconsider what kind of impact it will have in the event of a disaster. In conclusion, various measures have significantly reduced the risk of flooding on the Yodo River. However, since it is a river larger than the Muko River, it is necessary to take measures in consideration of the possibility of flood damage. Although the characteristics of rivers are different in this way, it is important for all rivers that frequent review of disaster countermeasures is necessary as the scale of disasters, such as typhoons and heavy rains in recent years increases.